Hello guys, how are you guys all doing? So today our podcast will be about the Euro 2020 final, which is going to be tomorrow. Um, so Sunday, July 11th at I'm pretty sure 3 p.m. I'm not quite sure, but
Yeah, 3 p.m.
3 p.m. Yeah, Italy against England. Italy against England. So we've seen most of the games actually this Euro, so we have a good sense of what like our expectations and like what's going to happen maybe, and we're going to give our predicted lineups in this video and maybe talk about who might win. But yeah, like both of us, we supported in the beginning of the tournament. We supported Portugal. They did play good enough,
Yeah,
but yeah, they had some really good players, but it wasn't for them. Belgium beat them 1-0. But yeah, we've seen some of the England games and the Italy games, so we'll we'll look through them. So one thing we wanted to start with, Shibir, is looking at the players that the managers have picked for the tournament. So here we have the England players that Southgate has picked for the tournament. Um, Aaron's Ramsdale, Sam Johnston, Jordan Pickford, Ben White, Ben Chilwell, Connor Cody, Reece James, Harry Maguire, Tyrone Mings, Luke Shaw, John Stones, Kieran Trippier, Kyle Walker. So that's the defense. Before I talked about the goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford is the goalkeeper that's been playing all the games for England. And yeah, midfielders is Jude Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund, Jordan Pickford from Liverpool. I mean Jordan Henderson from Liverpool. My bad. um, Mason Mount from Chelsea, Calvin Phillips from Leeds, and Declan Rice from West Ham. Forwards is Calvert-Lewin, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, Bukayo Saka, and Jadon Sancho, and Raheem Sterling. So Shabir, which players do you think pop up from these sets of players? You can go through them and just give us your thoughts.
I'd say yeah.
Like
The
yeah,
first of all, the goalkeeper Pickford, he's pretty good, I'd say, and his reflexes are on point
yeah.
mostly.
And just to add, before the semi-final, all of the games they've played, like he's gotten clean sheets,
Yeah.
all of them. So yeah, pretty good.
Then there is Harry Kane. He got pretty good recently. Before he wasn't as good of a finisher, but he really improved on his finishing now.
Yeah,
And then there are other younger players like Mason Mount and Phil Foden. And Maguire's pretty good for a defender.
yeah,
And then other players like Rashford and Sterling. Sterling has been creating a lot of chances.
yeah. Sterling has
And
been good so far.
yeah, he got a lot of chances to in the games
Yeah,
and almost got it in. Like
yeah,
all his shots were on target.
yeah. But it's surprising that I haven't seen Marcus Rashford play so many games. Like
Yeah,
it's this is basically like the line. Basically, the attack is like you have Harry Kane in the center, like a striker, and then I think left wing is Sterling, which he plays most of the games, because he's been very good for England so far. And then right wing, it changes. So sometimes you have Jadon Sancho, sometimes you have Jack Grealish, sometimes you have Foden, sometimes you have Saka, but rarely do we see Rashford play.
Pretty surprising, to be
It is,
honest.
yeah. Yeah, I actually thought he'd get more playing time, like ahead of Saka, but seems like not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because he's really talented
Yeah.
player.
And like the goals he scored for Man United, like it's pretty good. So I'm surprised about that. But yeah, as you said, Harry Kane has been very good in the second half of the tournament. He's proven that he should be in the lineup. He's done some good finishes, like he's a target man, so they gave him the ball, and yeah, he's been pretty good. And Raheem Sterling too. People doubted him before, but he has done good so far. And
I'd
yeah,
say also Henderson.
yeah,
He's pretty good.
yeah. Henderson has even though he's not starting in the lineup, he comes out as a substitute. But yeah, he's been really good. Like he's given that presence in the midfield. He's given that pace, that defensive awareness in that midfield, that passing ability in that midfield. So yeah, and also just to note that Southgate is playing with two center defensive midfielders. So one of them is Declan Rice, and the other one is Calvin Phillips. And yeah, and Mason Mount has been playing in that center attacking mid role. So center attacking mid.
Yeah, and he also won the Champions League
Yeah,
recently. So yeah, that will give him a lot of confidence too.
yeah. And in the defense, I think we're gonna go through the lineups that they played in the semifinal, just to give that sense of what they might be playing in the final. Maybe they'll go with the same tactical setup, but maybe not. But we'll see. In the defense, we'll go through this later. But yeah, so the Italy Euro 2020 squad is right here. So goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma. I almost said Buffon, but sadly he's not part of it. But imagine if he was part of it, Shabir. Like, he might not be able to play,
Oh
but
no,
just being part of the squad, and imagine if they won, like, and him lifting the trophy. Ah,
yeah,
he deserves it. Like, he's done so much for the national team.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, in the defense they have Francesco Acerbi, Alessandro Bastoni, Leonardo Bonucci, Chiellini, Di Lorenzo, Emerson, Palmieri, Florenzi, Spinazzola, and Toloi in defense. In midfield, they have Barella, Christen, Jorginho, which also won the Champions League, Locatelli, Pessina, Verratti, which is a very good player, Castrovilli, and then forward, we have Velotti, who comes on as a substitute, Berardi, Bernardeschi, um, Chiesa, which has been very good so far in the tournament, young player, young talent, Immobile, Insigne, which also has been very good, and Raspadori. So these are the Italy players. So Shabir, who who stands out in this list for you?
Players that stand out are firstly the goalie Donnarumma,
Yeah,
just amazing.
amazing player, and he's still so young.
Yeah, he's only 30, so still got a few years left. And then
He's
the
like 20.
defender
No, Shabir,
Bonucci.
he's like 21, I think. 22.
No, I think he's 30 now.
No, wait up. Let me check. No. Let me check. Let's just check, you guys. just so we get our facts right.
Oh, never mind.
22, 22. He's 22. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
He's very young then.
Yeah, so still got a long time then. And then also the defenders Bonucci and Cellini, really experienced players,
Yeah.
and they're like the backbone for the defense.
One thing people were saying during this Euro is that the defense will not cannot keep up with the attacking strength of some teams, because some teams are like really fast, and like they have fast players, and because of Bonucci and Chiellini's age, it seemed like the players can get past them really easily. But so far, Chiellini and Bonucci have been really, really, really good. They've had that awareness to make sure that they're not in that position where the opposition can get past them really fast. So they're giving that space a bit, and yeah, they've been playing very good, and it shows how like they're veterans in the team. They know the game so well, and it shows.
Yeah, that's like because of experience
Yeah,
they have that. And then for the midfielders, I'd say Verratti.
yeah,
He creates a lot of chances and is really good. And for the forwards, uh, Insigne, he
yeah,
is playing really well this Euro.
yeah. Um, and one thing to talk about this Italian team, there might not be as many, like, no, I wouldn't say it like that, but like um they play as a team, right? So they have a lot of teamwork. Like I'm pretty sure that's what made them go into the final. That teamwork and that self-belief that they have to go forward every game, it made them like think about the final and reach it. So yeah, um, so this is I found this online. So basically, this is what people predict that Italy and England's lineups and formation will be in the final. So in Italy's possible starting 11, it would be Donnarumma, Di Lorenzo, Bonucci, Chiellini, Emerson, Barella, Jorginho, Verratti, Chiesa, Immobile, and Insigne. And it's going to be a 4-4-3-3. So four defenders, three midfielders, three attackers. For England, it'll be a 4-2-3-1. So as I said, there's going to be two defensive midfielders there. So four defenders, two defensive midfielders, and like one center attacking mid, one left wing, one right wing, and then one forward striker. So it's going to be Pickford in net, Walker, Stones, Maguire, Shaw, and then Rice and Phillips in defensive midfielder spots, and then Saka, Mount, Sterling, and Kane. But there's a lot of variations that the England manager can do. A lot. Like he has a lot of options. So like in that Saka role, in that right wing spot, he can play Jadon Sancho. Who else was there? Let me check. He can play so many players. Phil Foden, um, Rashford. He can play Rashford
Grealish.
there. Grealish. Yeah, he can play anyone. So like he has in the whole squad, like Southgate has a lot of options to pick from. But I think he'll
Yeah.
stick with what is good enough, like what has been good. I don't think he's gonna go with something new for the final, because that might disrupt the chemistry and the playing style.
Also, yeah, I'd say for England, Walker's pretty good,
Yeah,
and Saka.
Yeah, Walker. I don't know. He's like I think 30 years old or something like that. He's getting to the end of his career kind of, but he has so much pace, so much speed. Like I think in the what was it, the Denmark game, like it went to extra time, and like during that extra time, he was still sprinting forward, still coming back, recovering. Like he's a really good player. And also Saka, he's a young player, so he gives that young player like style, that flair, that dribbling, that speed. So yeah,
Only the Champions League final wasn't good for Walker, or
yeah,
else played really good.
yeah, that's true. Also, we made these lineups that we think, but these are the lineups that they played in the semifinals. So yeah, so this will give you more of a visual idea of what's going to happen. So this is when England played Denmark. My bad. When Italy played Spain. So here we go with Donnarumma in the defense, Benucci, Chiellini, Emerson, Di Lorenzo, Barella, Jorginho, Verratti, and then Insigne, Immobile, and Chiesa. So yeah, it's a very solid team. Very very solid. You have the likes of Donnarumma, Benucci, Chiellini, staying in that defensive, getting like clean sheets and whatever, like trying their best not to allow anyone to go past them. You have Verratti, which gives really good passing ability. Jorginho, which holds the midfield in place. Insigne, which can cut inside, shoot on his right foot, gives good passes. Chiesa, which he is a young player, so like he gives that young player ability to run past players and dribble past players, give good passing, and Immobile is like the center of the
Striker.
attack. Yeah, striker. He's there to like if someone gives him the ball, cutbacks, he just goes and scores them. Just like for example Harry Kane style. Like
Yeah,
he's not like a kind of fast player. He's not one to get in behind. He's one to be like a target man. So like everyone focuses on giving the ball to him, kind of.
yeah. He basically stays in the box and
Yeah,
then waits for the ball to come.
yeah. And for England, this was against Denmark. This is the lineup they went with, and the players Southgate went with: Pickford in net, Stones, Maguire, Luke Shaw, Kyle Walker, which we discussed is really good. Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice in that holding midfield positions, that defensive midfielding positions. Mason Mount as an attacker, Sterling and Saka, and then Harry Kane as a center striker. So even for this, the focus is on Harry Kane. So Harry Kane is the focus. So you can give him the ball, you can give it the ball, and then wait for a pass. You know, the two wide players can get in behind, and Kane can give them a pass. So yeah, this is a very conservative lineup. So it's very like you could say defensive because you have the two defensive midfielders, but it has worked out. So yeah. And looking at the substitutions and reserves, so many options. Like no idea how many options they have. It's really crazy.
Only
Like Southgate is playing Jadon Sancho on the substitute, Phil Foden as a substitute, Rashford as a substitute, Henderson as a substitute, Grealish as a substitute. So many good players.
Trippier,
Everyone could be playing. Like
James
James,
too.
he won the Champions League,
Yeah,
but there's too much competition happening. But yeah,
they honestly picked a really good squad,
yeah,
England.
like Like he can, Southgate can literally switch this team with the substitute and reserves and have a still a good team.
Yeah.
It would still be a really good team. Like Kane for, oh, I might not have him here, but there should have been Dominic Calvert-Lewin, which isn't here, my bad. But yeah, he could have had Calvert-Lewin here. He could have Sancho, Rashford, and then like yeah, Phil Foden. So many options. So yeah. So Shabir, who do you think has the edge of winning?
Oh, yeah, yeah, I'd say Italy has a strong chance of winning because of how they're playing recently.
Yeah,
They've been playing, and yeah, it should be a good match though.
it
It's
will.
gonna
Yeah,
be really competitive and fun.
very good players from both sides. Yeah, I'm a neutral, but I would say I would go with Italy to win this. But yeah, it could go either way. We never know, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. Also, there's another game happening tomorrow, at 8 p.m., which is the Copa America final. Copa America final, Brazil versus Argentina.
This wow,
Neymar versus Messi. It's going to be a pretty crazy game. You know what? We can actually look at that games, like Brazil's lineup and everything like that. Let's see.
sure.
We can do Copa America and then look at that. Yeah, just like a fast thing we'll do. So I just want to see the lineups they have. Oh, here matches. We'll go to the semi-final for both teams. June 13th. Oh no, it should be here. So this is for okay. Oh yeah, so for the semi-finals, Argentina versus Colombia, it ended in penalties where Argentina won 3-2. And for Brazil, what is this? For Brazil, oh my God, there's an okay, whatever. So we'll just check out Argentina's lineup for the semi-final. So you have Martinez, which was the ex Arsenal keeper, played really good, saved a bit of penalties in the Colombian game. Otamendi, you have Lo Celso, Messi, you have Messi, Lautaro Martinez, and so yeah, Messi is gonna be big in this game. He wants to find his he wants to get that national international trophy. That's what's missing in his cabinet. So to win it would be really he would be really happy with it. Because just like Ronaldo, he won the Euros 2016 with Portugal, but Messi hasn't won anything yet with Argentina. So this would be his chance to win something. And then with Brazil, they won 1-0 against Peru. This is their lineup. Oh, they're playing with Ederson, Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, Danilo from Madrid, ex-Madrid player. Well, I don't know. I think he's still playing. I'm not sure.
Casemiro too.
Casemiro, that's true. Fred, Neymar, and Richarlison. Neymar will be important in this game too. So yeah, for sure, like Neymar and Messi will play this final. Oh, and we also got Eder Militao from Real Madrid and Vinicius Junior from Madrid. Okay, You know what's crazy is that Ederson's in net, but look at the substitute. You have Allison. You have two
Um,
crazy keepers.
it's,
It's crazy.
it's outstanding.
Yeah, even in Germany, same thing is happening. So you have Neuer, that's starting, but then you also have Leno, and then you have Ter Stegen. It's crazy. Like, who do you pick? It's really crazy. But yeah,
For these things, it's hard to pick your lineup.
yeah, it is. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So the Euro game is 3 o'clock tomorrow, 3 p.m., and the Copa America game is 8 p.m. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys like the video. Please like, subscribe, and leave any comments below of who you think is gonna win. And yeah, Shibi, you have anything else to say?
Yeah, I just say that good luck to both teams and hoping for a exciting final.
Yeah. Okay, guys. See you later.